Hi, so in this video, we're gonna discuss about the vertical coordinating dimensions. Previously, we've talked about horizontal coordinating dimensions. So in this part, we're gonna talk about the vertical, where usually floor to floor height. So in order to apply a modular coordination to vertical dimensions in building construction, you need to define a reference plane from which such modular dimensions may be taken. So what is your reference? What's your reference plane? So that in between the two reference plane will be your modular zone, modular dimension. So this reference plane is called the modular floor plane. So that plane is modular floor plane. In Malaysian standard, the modular floor plane is defined in such a way that it is continuous all over each story of the building. So it should be continuous. So there will be a standardization, and it is well versed between the team members of the construction build in building. Construction team is well versed that the vertical dimension is set at the standardized reference. It is not advisable for it to be changing from each floor to each floor. Um, this standard also provides the condition that the upper surface of the structural floor is normally continuous over the whole each of the story. So the surface of the structural floor is continuous. It is advised to be continuous at the upper surface of the floor. So in specification, the standard specify that there are three positions of modular floor plane defined as reference plane for vertical modular dimensions. As shown in figure 13, as you can see here, there are three types you can choose to be your reference plane. The first one will be the floor covering, upper surface of floor covering, or you can choose the B, which is upper surface of rough floor, or you can choose the height to be upper surface of structure floor. So these three reference define your plane, the starting of your plane. So if it is the upper surface of floor covering from the ground floor, it should end at the upper surface of floor covering at the first floor. So if you choose floor covering to floor covering, so vertical modular dimension should be taken from modular floor plane. The illustration of vertical dimension are shown in figure 14, 15, and 16. In figure 14, you can see that the modular floor plane coincide with the upper surface of floor covering level A. So the grid line here is coincide with the upper surface of floor covering here. As you can see, floor covering below the soft coverings like carpet. So usually floor covering involves such as the raised floor. You have like a timber board that allow access for wiring, cabling, ducting underneath it. So that is the floor covering. So for figure 15, when you set the reference point to be the rough floor level, as you can see, the grid line is coincide. The grid line coincides with the rough floor, and the third type is to be on the structure floor, on your structure slab, actual slab. So that's your reference level. So this can be set earlier on so that your vertical component usually like something stacking like wall panel that is stacked, or a window panel, curtain wall, something in the wall height. So anything when you decide it, you need to the first, you know if the component has been chosen. So the vertical component define the how you design the component. The vertical coordinating dimensions to define your uh, wall panel height, um, your windows height, door frame height. So because uh, if it is within the modular, so um, the, the wall component can fit perfectly. So that will be all under part one. We're gonna go through the next part where it involves all the component, the preferred sizes for the components such as the uh, door and door frame, window frame, and then column, floor, and so on.